Welcome students and welcome to the course of machine design. Today we are going to do uh, numerical on riveted joint. As we had seen that there is four type of failure in rivet or in riveted joint. Collectively we can say that among four, three types of failure we can use for designing purpose, or you can say for numerical point of view, and only one type of fail, that is tearing of a plate, is simply design standard for rivet and plate. Okay, so let's start a numerical. Sorry, as we know that there is two type of tearing, that is tearing of plate, and this can be corrected by using a suitable margin, that is m is equal to 1.5d. Second type of tearing is tearing of plate between two rivet. Okay, tearing of the plate between two rivet, and this is tearing resistance, that this will be caused due to tensile stress, and tearing stress value will be P, that is pitch, minus D, that is diameter of the rivet, P minus D in a bracket, and multiply with T, that is thickness of the plate. This is the area under consideration. That whole area will be multiplied by sigma T, that is tensile stress value. This will collectively give you the tearing resistance. Second type of failure is shearing of the rivet. Okay, so in this case rivet is going to failure, so area of consideration will be area or the cross section area of the rivet, and the value will be pi by 4 d square is the cross section area of a rivet, because it is the uh, shank is in cylindrical shape. If the material, if the rivet fail from one plate, that is single failure, then the value will be simply pi by 4 d square. And it is given that the shearing resistance of the rivet will be tau s or sigma s value, whatever with the notation. You have to stick with the concept only. If the failure is double, means you may see the double riveted uh, double cover butt joint. The material sorry, the rivet can fail from two places. So the formula will be 2 multiplied by pi by 4 d square into tau s for the shearing resistance. If one thing more, according to Indian boiler regulation, the failure of or the failure resistance due to shear or the shearing resistance will be 1.85 pi by 4 d square into tau s. You can multiply n depending upon the number of rivet it is going to fail. Okay, we had already seen this formula, but we are going to use it, so this is for quick revision. Next, the crushing of plate or the crushing of the rivet. So the crushing of the plate will be due to the compression. So here you are going to use the compressive stress value. So area under consideration will be d, that is diameter of the rivet, into d, that is thickness of the plate, into sigma c value, and collectively this is called as crushing resistance. Okay, now come to the point, that is numerical. So I want you to please read a numerical. I am giving you 30-second time for that. Please start reading. Okay, now I think you may read the entire numerical. Now I am going to read for you. A double riveted lap joint is made between 15 mm thick plates. The rivet diameter and pitch are 25 mm and 75 mm respectively. If the ultimate stress are 400 MPa in tension, 320 MPa in shear and 640 MPa in crushing, find the minimum force per pitch which will rupture the joint. Okay, now if the above factors or if the above joint is subjected to a load such that the factor of safety is 4, find out the actual stress developed in the plate and the rivet. Okay, first you have to find out the resistance value or the force value, that is load, or you can say the tearing resistance or shearing resistance and crushing resistance, and then among three you have to design for the minimum value. Now as I discussed earlier that the instant you stop reading the question, start writing the given, okay, so that you may not going to read the question again and again, and you may save the time, and it will be utilized in the another question also. Now T is equal to 15 mm, D is equal to 25 mm, P is equal to 75 mm, it is the pitch. Sigma T is equal to 400 MPa, sigma S is equal to 640 MPa, sigma C is again, sorry, I think there is some mistake. Sigma T value is 400 MPa, and sigma tau S is equal to 320 MPa, and the sigma C, that is crushing or the compressive stress, is 640 MPa. I think there is some mistake. Okay, and now numerical is good, numerical value is okay, but given value is some mistake there. Okay, now first you have to find the tearing resistance, and as we discussed, the tearing resistance value Pt is equal to P minus D into T multiplied by sigma T. Okay, so P is here the pitch, it is already given 75 minus 25 with the diameter of the rivet, then whole multiplied by the thickness, that is 15 mm, already given in the question, and sigma T, that is 400 MPa. So we are getting 3 lakh Newton. Okay, now the ultimate shearing resistance for the rivet is n into pi by 4 d square into sigma s. As the given in the question, that is a double riveted lap joint, so the value of n will be 2, and in the given section you have to write n is equal to 2. Okay, I think we forgot to write the given, that is n is equal to 2. The P is equal to n multiplied by pi by 4 d square into sigma s. So 2 multiplied by pi by 4, 25k square into 320, that is 3,14,200 Newton. Next will be the crushing resistance of the rivet per pitch. It is PC is equal to n into d into t into sigma c. It is 2 multiplied by 25, that is diameter of the rivet, into 15 into 640, that is 4,80,000 Newton. Now among the three values, that is shearing resistance, tearing resistance, and crushing resistance, on which resistance or the what will the criteria for the further designing of the rivet plate. Okay, think once. I'm giving you 30-second time and write in the comment section. Okay, now designing for the minimum resistance of the plate, and which will be the minimum, that is tearing resistance of the plate per pitch. So you are going to design for tearing resistance, that is 3 lakh Newton. Now the actual stress produced now the minimum force per pitch will rupture is equal to sorry for the inconvenience. The minimum force per pitch will rupture is equal to, again not, will rupture is equal to 3 lakh Newton. So actual stress produced in the plate and rivet will be calculated on the basis of this rupture value. Okay, one thing more, it is given that the factor of safety is equal to 4. I think according to, if you are going to assume what is and why this is factor of safety is 4, you can simply assume that maybe this plate, as the thickness value is 15 mm, this will be a boiler cell or the plate of or the plate used for the marine application. Okay, how you are going to see further, we will discuss the boiler joint. In the boiler joint we will see the minimum thickness of the cell or the boiler cell will be 8 mm. So from your practical application you may going to find out. Okay, you can find out easily. And also from the factor of safety point of view, as we discussed that the factor of safety depending upon the loss due to failure of the machine component and the loss of money as well as loss of life also. So factor of safety 2 or 2.5 is used where the risk is less, but factor of safety 4 or more than 4 will be used where the risk is high. And the question that the factor of safety is 4, so maybe a simple assumption, maybe this plate is used in the boiler cell. Now the safe load will be 3 lakh divided by 4, that is 75,000 Newton. Okay, that is safe load, and this is also the permissible stress value. As we know that factor of safety is equal to maximum load upon permissible load. So factor of safety 4, permissible value is given, maximum value is 3 lakh Newton. Okay, we had already seen in the video lecture and a special video lecture for the factor of safety. Now actual tearing, shearing and crushing will be calculated by use of 75,000 Newton, that is permissible stress value. Now you can see this 75,000 is equal to P minus D, this value P minus D into T multiplied by sigma T, and you have to find out sigma T value from this. Okay, you can easily calculate, find it. Actual shearing stress of the rivet will be 75,000 is equal to N, that is since it is a double riveted, that is N will be 2, so N multiplied by pi by 4 D square into sigma S, so 2 into pi by 4 multiplied by 25 K square into sigma S. So sigma S is equal to 75,000 divided by 9 into, that is 764 Newton per millimeter square, or 76.4 MPa. Okay, you can calculate, or you can easily see the first portion of the value, and sigma S value will be, I think, 320 MPa. And now on applying the factor of safety, this reduced to 76.4 MPa. Okay, and you have to design on the basis of 76.4 MPa only. If you design for low, automatically higher will be safe. So as a engineer or as a design engineer, you have lot of load, or your role is very important. Okay, as a engineer, because the failure of your design leads to the failure of, or the leads to the loss of money, and primarily the loss of life also. Okay, last, it is crushing stress. Similarly, crushing stress is equal to 75,000 is equal to N, that is it is double riveted, so N is equal to 2, N into D into T into sigma C, this value. So 2 multiplied by 25, that is given. Thickness is also given, that is 15, multiplied by sigma C, that you are going to find out. So sigma C is equal to 75,000 upon 750, it is 100 Newton per millimeter square, or 100 MPa. We have second question we had already seen. In the next video we will see the design of boiler joint, as we discussed in this numerical, that how you are going to find, or how you are going to predict that factor of safety will be 4, or the thickness is 15, so where the plate is going to be used, it is simply a assumption, or simply a prediction. Okay, we'll discuss the design of boiler joint, and design of boiler joint for the longitudinal butt joint, and design of joint for the circumferential butt joint also. Okay, you will see easily. So next one or two video will be purely a theoretical or purely a design procedure class, and once you are able to see what will be the values or what will or how you are going to calculate is the things is going to be easy for you. Okay, so as we discussed that this that is AKTube, according to AKTube point of view, the machine design is all about design procedure. This is not true, but according to your curriculum or according to your syllabus, this is occurring. Okay, so you have to stick with the design procedure. You need not to find out, or you need not to learn any formula. It is simply in a data book, and you have to open your data book and find out what will the value. So please start seeing the data book, as you may in the online class you may uh, think that it is a story class or a Hindi literature or English literature class, but the numerical point of view, the machine design is very important for your, or the very important subject from your engineering concern. If you are going to opt the machine design for your future, or design for your future, you have to sincere regarding this. But the number of student, or the maybe maximum percent, about 80 to 85% of student opted the thermal as a uh, future, because it is easy to work. But if you are going for design is tough, but the career is, or the your career will be the golden. Okay, now I hold my voice here, but in case of any query, you may write in the comment section, or and I will try to solve your problem in the comment section only. But if you need it, I will definitely make a special video on the your query. Okay, so that's all for now. I am holding my voice here, and in the next lecture we will see the design procedure. Okay, uh, since we had completed lots of video, the next lecture will be the main design, or you can say, up to now we had discussed only strength of material, or you can say mechanics portion, but where you are going to find the design procedure will be the main crisp or a main machine design portion. Okay, so uh, please wait for the next video. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.